You gonna move?
I haven't decided.
See, that's what I'm worried about.
We're going. We're Cashin with Cam. Season 2, Episode 1. We're here. Me and my new producer, Sam, have been grinding for the past hour and a half to bring this to you. And I'm not joking. Cashin crew, those who were with me last year, welcome back. New crew members, hello. The Cashin fam, we might call you. We're back. Better than ever. We got some stuff going on this year. We got some new stuff in the works. I hired a producer all the way from LA to come and help me this year. Samuel Cox. You can't see him right now, but he's behind the scenes grinding for the boys. And I just want to give a quick golf clap to Sam for his efforts so far today. It's Thursday. I hope you're all having a delicious beverage at home. I've got some Buffalo Trace myself. Please sponsor me, Buffalo Trace. Let's get into it. So last year, if you were part of the Cashin fam, you know that I started this with a dream of giving out winners. And we did just that. Okay? We did just that. 58% last year. Some would give an arm, some would give a leg, some would give both for a 58% winning percentage. I gave nothing, but gave myself to you. All right. If you were tuning in last year, it started with me just talking to you, face to face, man to man, or to lady, whoever's tuning in. We got 15 of you in here right now. Big ups to you guys. And I decided after listening to those that I valued most, the Cashin fam, that we needed to turn it into a live show. So we transitioned into a live show last year for the last part of the year. And it then came to this year where we've been grinding and working to enable you to be part of the show. Okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to keep monitoring the YouTube comment section. And honestly, I would love for everyone to chime in on the YouTube. Shouts out to whoever's out there right now. I can't see it right now, but I know you're there. Also, want to encourage you to be part of the show. So at some point in the show, Sam will put the number up for you to call, and I want to get some hot takes in this thing. Okay, I want hot takes. I want great picks. I want winners from each and every one of you. If you have them, don't be shy. Call into the show, and we will get you on air. It's a big time, okay? We're moving up. Now, the studio has not changed. I still have the blue wall behind me. Kind of tough to look at. I've still got the yellow lights above me. Also tough to look at. But your boy's looking a little tanner than usual, I must say. All right. So, you notice I added a few things to the studio as well. No big deal. Didn't cost me much. So, appreciate you noticing that. Again, this is a family. All right. Send the pics in. Give us a call. Let us know what's going on with you. Hey, if you've got some crazy persona you want to break out on the show, if you're trying out a new bit, feel free to try it out here. We're just hanging out. All right. So we're targeting Thursday at 7 for each show. Trying to get ahead of the Thursday night football. I think they kick off at 7:20 once NFL starts. As today came to fruition, we saw that it might not be a 7 o'clock cold start every time. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's Haggerty in here. Hold on, I've got to text a fellow. It's live. Come on in. Yeah. So invite your friends. Hey, like and subscribe. This is a new YouTube. So most of you will remember the We Like You That podcast with me, Curtis Jordan, and Matthew Mulvihill. It was a great time. Why it's over, I don't know. You're going to have to ask them. Their DMs are open, so just holler at them and give them your grievances on We Like You That being no more. I would do it to this day if they wanted to do it with me. So I'm just going to put that out there. If you miss We Like You That, sound off in the comments. Hot dog emoji in the comments. Again, Sam is with me. High dollar producer. from Los Angeles. He is here with me. The budget for Cashin with Cam increased this year, so I was able to hire a top tier producer from Hollywood. So, good to have Sam here. We're gonna find a way to get him on here somehow. Um, but he is working all the streaming stuff in for us, and he's doing the most. He's doing a good job. So, again, comment, like, subscribe, email me segment ideas, or if you're too shy to call in, email me some pics. I'll read them off. And I'll keep it anonymous if you want me to. Sincerely, with love, I will read them all for you, and you'll just be a John Doe. But I want you to send me some pics. Can't do this on my own. Sponsorships. Look, we've got a great sponsor coming up later on in the show. He's a good friend of mine. He's helping us out. If you know someone that would like to sponsor the show, like to get their name out there, would like to make money, would like to cash with Cam, I encourage you to let them know. My DMs are open. The email's open. The texts are open. And soon the calls will be open. I'm going to get Sam to queue it up here in just a little while. So, as we know, this week is college football week 0. Okay? That means the games are trash, but we're going to go over them here tonight. I picked the full slate for you. The full slate. Remember, I went 58% last year. And we're not counting this towards my record if I suck this week. Okay, if I do well, it will count. As you know, it'll count. But week 0 college football, we're going to get into that. We're also going to get into my Power 5 college football conference champion future picks. Okay, we're running out of time to pick these, but you got to get your futures in while the getting is going. You know what I mean? That's what everyone says. Also, we can talk about the realignment if y'all want to talk about it. I think it's kind of hard to follow at this point, but Haggerty saying it counts in week 0. Haggerty, comment on the YouTube. Sam, can they comment on the YouTube? Comment on the YouTube. We're trying to run up some numbies, guys. I don't know if you guys are catching what I'm throwing down here. So we're going to go over the conference winners, maybe talk about the conference realignments, and we're going to pick Saturday's games. All right. So we're about 15 minutes in. Let's roll on to my futures. Okay. So I've got a couple dark horses. All right. I've got a couple dark horses to win these conferences, and I've got 3 that you probably could have guessed. So we'll get into the dark horses first. Sam, if you want to queue up the first graphic here. We're rolling. UNC is my pick for the ACC championship this year, and you're probably thinking, where's Clemson? Where's Florida State? Drake May is all I have to say to that. Drake May, Big Mac, coaching the Tar Heels. I think Drake May is your dark horse Heisman, and he is a fellow redheaded man. And so we haven't seen a redheaded guy dominate college football since Andy Dalton, maybe, TCU. Max last year, another TCU quarterback. He had some red tinge to his hair. Absolutely dominated postseason football, played really well. I mean, was limping to the sidelines in his last couple games. Yeah. UNC. Cue the schedule, Sam. UNC has a pretty decently tough schedule. I think the ACC is kind of an underrated conference when it comes to the amount of toss-up games that you're going to see. Notre Dame is playing like half of the board. Why they're scared to join the ACC, I don't know. Josh Smith, if you care to comment, I'd appreciate you letting me know why Notre Dame is frightened of the ACC. But let's get into the schedule. All right. I've got UNC at home versus South Carolina. Probably a barn burner. The translucent lizard man, Rattler, obviously playing quarterback for the Gamecocks. Um, they're playing Beamer ball. I like South Carolina to do decent this year, but I'm going to count that as a dub at home against a Carolina rival. North versus South. Crips versus Darker Bloods. We can cut that. It's live. Appalachian State, we know what's going to happen. Minnesota, not there yet. Pitt, let's be real. Syracuse, Garbo, Hurricanes. At home. Canes at home. Virginia blows. Tech blows. The Camels, bit of a trap game. Anytime you're playing a team with the mascot like the Camels, you can get distracted. I don't see that for UNC with a veteran quarterback and head coach. I see them coming out against Campbell. Duke stinks. And then we've got the two games that you're going to put a question mark by. And it's Clemson and NC State. Notice they are dodging Florida State, but they do have Clemson on the road November 18th. That's going to be a pretty big deciding factor in their season. I can't lie to you. We're going to have to cross all of our fingers and toes for that one, for this to come through. But I have actually the wrong odds on here. It's actually plus 1,000 for them to win the ACC. Plus 400 to win their division in the ACC. Plus 1,000. Throw $1 on it. Throw $1 on it. That's all I'm saying. Throw $1 on it. Haggard, you can call in, and you can literally come whenever you want. I'm not scared. So that's my ACC pick. I like Florida State. I like the quarterback, Travis. I like Travis. One of the best uniforms in football. The pregame with this flaming spear into the middle of the field is sick. It is. But I'm not going to pick the Noles for a lot of reasons that I won't go into here. But just know, it's UNC. It's UNC. It's UNC. They're going to improve defensively. Last year they were awful. And Gene Chizik was their DC. So I think we all know what's going on there. That guy stinks. And forever will stink. Sam, why don't we go ahead and open up the phone lines? Yeah, Sam's going to open up the phone lines. Call in. Give me what you think on UNC. Give me what you think on these other conferences. Maybe you have a MAC future you want to throw down. Who's going to win the MAC? Let's hear it. Let's hear from you, the Cashin fam. And let's get some more people in here. Why do I only have 5 watching? That's discouraging to say the least. Tell your friends to hop in here. Hop in here. I'm going to tell my friends right now. Get in here. I like that. Hollingshead, shouts to you for being in here. Tony, I know you're there. Mulvey, Haggerty, you're sounding off in my text messages right now. But call in. Call in. Let us know what's going on. Let's cue the Pac-12. This is another one that some might disagree with. You got the comments rolling, Sammy? I like it. I can't see it, but I like it. This is a well-produced show compared to last year. So, if you remember last year, I was just sitting here just talking into the abyss for the most part. I at least have someone in here with me this year. Pac-12 champs. The Ducks, led by none other than Bo Nix. What a freaking champion Bo Nix is. I've been a Bo Nix hater for 3-4 years now. I think he sucks. But last year he just started doing crazy stuff. He started playing well. I think he might be the worst. Luke, shouts to Luke. Thanks for being in. We got a call coming in. Hell yeah. From none other than Tanner Parsons in Winston-Salem. Tanner, what are you doing?
I'm watching Anthony Richardson deal right now.
You're watching Anthony Richardson deal right now. Well, we're not Anthony Richardson fans here.
Look, I
This
got one question, and I can't say I agree with your North Carolina pick, but I do have a question. If you had them winning the ACC, you obviously have them in the college football playoff, or do you think they're going to get screwed by a second SEC team?
Yeah, I think somehow they lose. Here's a big thing that I did not do enough research on. Is Clemson in their division?
I don't think so, but I'm not really sure.
All right, let me look. Let me look here. All right, well that's the American Conference. That's not what we're looking for. This is good radio. This is good radio. Good question, Tan. Good question.
But they'll be
All
the
right.
conference team.
Yeah, so if they beat Clemson in the regular season and they win the conference championship, then I could see them getting screwed after the ACC championship game, right?
Are they a one-loss champion?
Or maybe they lose to Clemson regular season and then they're a one-loss champion. Could we see that?
I think you'd have to put them in there because they'd have to beat Clemson.
You'd have to put them in there. Who wouldn't want to see UNC's colors on your TV screen during the national championship?
Hey, they have the best unis in the country.
The best. Sponsored by Jordan, the first Jordan sponsor, I might add.
Yeah. Well,
what about your demon? What about your demon Deeks? Your hometown team, garbage.
They're gonna be garbage. They're 6-6.
6-6. You heard it here first. And what about the Bulldogs?
8-4.
8-4. 8-4.
8-4, lady.
I like that for the Dogs. Zach Arnett's first season. I'm not mad at that.
8-4. Fire Arnett.
Fire Arnett. 8-4. Okay, you heard it here first. I like that. Good stuff, Tan.
All right. All
right. That's awesome. Man, that is big time. We're taking calls on Cashin with Cam. That's freaking electric, I must say. It is electric. Jared Hollingshead sent me a quick note here. They don't call him Bo Wallace Nix for no reason. Give me the fighting O'Reillys from the land of sunshine and palm trees and Rodeo Drive. That is tough. Yes. So USC, USC is going to be good. UCLA is going to be good. But I want to throw up Oregon's schedule. And we can look at that as well. I think you might see some winnable games on the schedule. And then I'm going to cue USC's after that. And let's just look at the gauntlet they have to run through at the end of the year. I'm going to go ahead and pull on my end, Sam, because there it is. All right. Go ahead and cue the USC schedule in like 2 minutes. So we got Portland State, dub. Texas Tech, at Texas Tech. There's no Patrick Mahomes there this year, right? Last I checked. Dub. Hawaii. I'm sorry, Hawaii, dub. The Fighting Deion Sanders. Do you guys think they're going to be good? Be honest with me. Do you think they're going to be good? I'd love to hear it. Call in. Call in if you think Colorado's going to be good. I'd love to talk about it. Stanford is down. They're way down. Coach left. I think it'll be a while before they're back to being relevant. Then you got at Washington. I think Washington stinks every year. I don't think they have athletes. I think they're well coached by the cat that used to be at Boise State. I think they're okay. And it's going to be a back and forth type game. But I see Oregon coming out with it. I mean, Bo Nix is awful on the road. This is the year Bo Nix has to prove he can play on the road. Or else I'm out on him forever. I'm out on him forever. Okay? Washington State, what are you going to say there? At Utah, another tough game. my thing with Utah, they opened the season with Florida. That was one of the best games of the year last year, week 1. And I can't remember what I had on that game. It was like plus 3.5. I'm pretty sure Utah, the guy that his name's like Cam. Someone told me Cam something. He wears Cam, huh? Utah quarterback. Cameron Rising. He wears the wildest looking helmet. Besides George Kittle. Once we get to the NFL, George Kittle's helmet is whack. I don't know if y'all seen it. It looks like he bought it at a trampoline park. But yeah, it was a terrible loss for me last year, but one of the best college football games. I remember my friend Alex was here. I had both TVs set up, and I went to my knees in despair. I went to my knees. Am I ashamed? No. Would my record have been 59%? Yes. That's all I have to say. So Utah is a nail biter, Cal, and I think USC is not game bred. I'll say it here. Caleb Williams is good, but I think they got to drop one. They got to drop one. Cue the USC schedule, Sam. Arizona State. Come on now. And then you got Beavers at home. Do they go undefeated? Maybe not. Maybe they drop that USC or the Utah or the Washington game. Those are all going to be tough. But I could very well see Oregon coming out of the Pac-12 this year. Who cares about the Pac-12 anymore, by the way? They're about to have San Diego State in a bit. San Diego State is about to be in the Pac-12. They all left. There's no money to be had in the Pac-12, and they just pieced. They pieced out. Now, why they're going to the Big Ten, I'm not sure. That is going to be a brutal schedule. Imagine USC players playing in the snow in the big house in Michigan in like December to decide the Big Ten championship. That would be nuts. That would be nuts. We got USC schedule. USC schedule right here. San Jose State. We know what that's going to be. Nevada, Stanford, Arizona State, Colorado. We've already said. Call in on Colorado. I want to hear people's thoughts on Colorado. I personally don't think they're going to be very good. They're going to the Big 12 next year. I'm pretty sure Deion's just laying a foundation this year, but who knows? They might be okay. Arizona, dub. Notre Dame. I kind of like Notre Dame this year. We'll talk about them a little later. You can never tell with Notre Dame. Their coach is a handsome devil, I must say. Defensive-minded guy. I think they're going to be okay. They play a crazy schedule, like super weird, as they do every year. I don't mind Notre Dame, though. That might be close. It's at Notre Dame as well. Then they're at home versus Utah. Like we said, Utah's got a dog at quarterback. Cal, Washington. They're ending the season on Cal, dub at Cal. Then they're going home for Washington, at Oregon, then versus UCLA. I think that is a tough 3-game stretch to end the year. You've got the Utah and Notre Dame games sandwiched in the middle of their easy games. To me, they drop a couple. I just don't think they're game bred. If they're game bred, it might be a different story. Call in, Cashin Cam 769-241-0777. Cue it up, Sam. What we got next? I don't know the Ducks odds. It's lower than USC and who's the other team? I think Utah and Oregon are right there. UCLA's up high. I mean, USC is overrated every year. It's been that way since I was a child. Since I watched Vince Young beat them in the championship, I don't know when that was. Several years ago. Probably 20 years. I don't know. Time's flying, boys. Get the Oregon off the screen, Sam. Get it off the screen. Hollywood producer. He's worked on movies. Now it's just Oregon. I'm delayed. I'll give him credit. So, I got Texas. It is one of the lamest picks I've ever made. I've got a sad Sarkisian on the screen now. And I've got Quinn Ewers horns up, and I don't like it. I hated to do it. I hated making this graphic. I hated everything about it. I picked a terrible picture of Sark for a reason. He kind of looks like a mugshot where he's just like, look, I'm about to make bail, to be honest with you, which I kind of like. But I mean, I've got Texas. Some of you Ole Miss fans might chime in here in a sec. But what does John Merritt send me? What did John Merritt send me? I like that people aren't liking the first two. It's freaking awesome. I bet people hate Texas too. So John Merritt wanted me to comment on Joe Biden finishing his first term as president. Look, it's minus 450 for yes, plus 300 for no. I'm not going to get political here, but we all see him. He's tripping. He's falling. He's slurring. He's sniffing. Okay? And that's all I can say for Joe. That's all I can say for Joe. I'm getting blasted for the Texas pick. And I kind of appreciate it because I hate Texas just as much as you, voice crack. I hate Texas just as much as you. But that's all I could see. I was looking at the board hard trying to find somebody. I mean, TCU is going to be down. Cue the schedule, Sam. TCU is going to be down. They went to the Natty. They're going to be down. No recovery from that loss, honestly. Tech's no good, and we've got a call coming in. You're on Cashin Cam. Who we got?
Hey, yo, Cam, it's Boudreaux Guidry down here from Baton Rouge.
Boudreaux, what's up?
Not much, man. Just calling to talk about them Tigers.
You think the Tigers are going to roll this year?
I do. I'm only scared of Mr. Saban. Because I feel like they've been gassing him down a little bit, you know.
Yeah?
Yeah, you know, it's always scary when Saban gets that fire under his ass, you know.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, Saban's a scary man.
He is. He scared me. I think we got Florida State, no doubt, on the first game. We're going to tie him up like alligator, you know.
Yeah. Hell yeah. What about Chip Kelly? You're a fan of Chip Kelly, the coach of the LSU Tigers, the team you like?
Yeah, I'm a big fan. You know, I'm a big fan. He ain't the coaches we had in the past. He ain't no Les Miles, you know, but he do all right.
Yeah. Yeah, what about his recruiting videos where he's awkwardly dancing with the recruits? Thoughts on that?
Yeah, he does all right. You know, I really don't think he got that groove, that jig to him that you need. You know, if you go down to Bourbon, you see a lady shake that ass, you know, it don't take nothing. You get one hand grenade in them, you know what I'm saying, one hurricane, they shake that ass left and right. He ain't got no jig to him, you know.
I said Chip Kelly. Sorry, what's the guy's name for LSU? God. Something Kelly.
I don't know. I'm really excited about that Jaden Daniels, that quarterback coming back, you know.
Brian Kelly, sorry. I was disoriented, Haggerty. I'm sorry. Yeah, Jaden Daniels is a dog.
He's a dog. He's got to be the best quarterback in the SEC, hands down.
What about Will Rogers?
You know, he's something to look out for. He got them passing yards, but when it comes to his run game, I think he got them weak ankles, you know. I think we're going to cut him out at his legs, you know.
Yeah, he cannot run. That is true.
LSU got that big defense this year, brother.
The big D, eh?
Oh, yeah.
I like it. What was your name again?
Boudreaux Guidry, a little south of Baton Rouge.
Boudreaux, you're the man. Call in every week.
Appreciate it, Cam.
Hell yeah. Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
All right. That was fantastic. Boudreaux Guidry. Just an all-time Cajun name. All-time Cajun name. For those of you watching, that was electric. We're going to have to clip that for sure. Whew, man, I'm disoriented, Sam. That was, I'm red in the face. That was solid. All right. We will talk about LSU in a bit as well. So, Texas's schedule. Good God. Rice. Dub. Bama. Come on. They almost got them last year at Bama. I don't see it happening. I think Bama's going to probably wax them. Wyoming dub. Baylor dub. Kansas. Pretty good last year. I won some games on Kansas. I won some bets. Now, as soon as I hopped on the train, did they start losing? Yes. Did their quarterback get hurt? Yes, and I didn't know it. Yes. That was tough. Oklahoma, obviously big game, Red River rivalry, Texas dub. Man, my phone is just... I'm sorry I said Chip Kelly, Haggerty. I mean, I was disoriented. Wouldn't you have been if Boudreaux called you? Houston dub. BYU, who just joined the Big 12 this year, dub, or the Fighting Mormons. Kansas State, pretty decent last year, but no Deuce Vaughn. If they don't have Deuce Vaughn, how are they going to run the ball? Give me Texas. TCU, like I said, down. Iowa State, going to be a tough game. I like their coach. Even though a lot of people don't like, I don't remember his name off rip. But, yeah, I mean, just a wild, I don't know what Haggerty, it's normal. Yeah, that's right. Haggerty, comment on YouTube. You're killing me with these texts. Iowa State, dub. Texas Tech, dub. Dub. So, yeah, I'm pretty much projecting them to go undefeated aside from the Alabama game. And I could see them dropping one of those later season games, being too cocky, saying Texas is back, hornsing up. They're so sensitive. If you're hornsing me down, which sounds sexual, if you're hornsing me down, I'm hornsing you right back up. Feel me? Sam, onward. Tanner texted me and said he liked my Texas pick. So if y'all are hating on the Texas pick, I don't know what to tell you. I think the odds are solid. The Big 12 realignment, I don't exactly know who all is joining. Houston joined out of American. Haggerty's on. You're on the TV. I appreciate that. Wow, I'm on TV. BYU, it's going to take a second to adjust, I think. Buffalo Trace sponsor me. Sam, this graphic, what did we do to it? It looks okay. I can't hate on it.
A lot of red.
Yeah, it's all good. Ohio State, pretty self-explanatory in the Big Ten. Go ahead and throw their schedule. Pretty self-explanatory in the Big Ten. Michigan's got the whole Harbaugh thing happening right now. He's going to be out 3 games, I believe. Just letdown after letdown for Michigan every year. And I just don't see it happening for the Blue Machine. Ohio State always has athletes. And I just think they're going to run the gauntlet again. We're going to see them in the college football playoff again. Tanner's telling me to grow some balls and pick Penn State. Look, I would love to. They let me down every year. I jump on the Penn State bandwagon every now and again. And what's wrong?
Got a phone call coming in.
Phone call. Let's go. Cashin McCam, who we got?
I think you know exactly who you got.
Sounds familiar.
So I just want to know, your graphics package looks real good,
Thanks.
and I just want to know what happened to the one from last season. Wasn't good enough, or
What was the one from last season?
just the cool green Cashin with Cam one that.
I don't
a lot
know.
of people were buzzing.
My producer quit on me like 1 week in last season. I can't remember that guy's name.
That's fair.
What was his name? It rhymed with Bert Horden.
Oof. So I'll let him know.
I'm glad
Also wanted to
Brooke's
know
laughing in the background.
what are the chances we hear a podcast with Cam on it at some point? Just people are asking.
Hey, I shouted it out at the beginning of the show.
What did you? I was not there for that.
I essentially blamed you and Mulvihill for not hopping in. So I told people to sound off in the comments if they wanted "We Like You That" back.
Did they sound off? Be honest, because if they did,
Sam, did they sound off? Hey, sound off. Everyone in the comments, please sound off.
We'll record this weekend if you sound off.
We will record this weekend if you sound off. I don't know what sounding off even looks like, but do it.
mean,
Do it. Kurt, give us a
Give me-
take. Give us a take.
My take is Will Rogers will not be the quarterback under center starting halfway through the season.
Who will it be?
Parsons.
Parsons. Tanner Parsons. Called in earlier in the show.
Calling it now.
All right.
All right. Cashin, Cam, much love.
Thank you, Kurt.
Fade all his picks and you'll make a bunch of money. Bye.
Fade me. I dare you to fade me. I dare you to fade me. Ohio State. Let's get into it. You can't phase me, Kurt. Bert, I might say. Indiana dub. Youngstown State. Come on now. Western Kentucky. Pretty sweet. Chrome helmets. I wonder if they'll bust them out for that game. They're on the road, so they might not. Their mascot is a red waving towel. I think that's cool. Notre Dame. Another Notre Dame weird schedule selection. Why do you want to play these guys? You can make your schedule. I guess it's a tradition game. That's lunch meat. That is lunch meat. Maryland sucks. Purdue sucks. Penn State will be a barn burner. If I had to guess, it is at home, though. And that is why I went with the Buckeyes in that one. At Wisconsin, do we think Wisconsin's back? Come on. Rutgers, dub. Michigan State, Minnesota, and a limping Michigan by the end of the season. This is electric. We're getting so many calls. I'm fired up. Cash McCam, who we got?
This is Dean Arnold.
Dean, what's going on, pal?
Nothing much. I know I just heard Kurt say that about State, but how do we feel about Nebraska?
So, actually, I was going to say that I'm in on Ohio State because they don't play Nebraska. I think that would be a huge trap game. The Fighting Matt Rules. I think Matt Rule might be the most inspirational man on the planet, despite his looks.
He's electric.
Despite his looks, he is an electric man, and I think he could motivate me to do almost anything.
I think there's a TikTok video that's going around about like keeping kids like not going into the portal.
Yep.
And he was just like, senior O lineman, who's up?
And they
then,
all
like,
left.
They leave. They all left. So I think this is one of the best hires in college football.
Yeah.
In one of the most recent years.
I mean, he turned Baylor around after they were literally sexually assaulting people. I mean, half of their team was assaulting people. And he turned Baylor around, and now he's got some real dogs in the chilly winds of Nebraska in the Dust Bowl grinding for him.
I mean, I agree.
I like
don't know.
that.
I just think Nebraska is sneaky, and if they – I'm not going to say they're going to win conference, but, I mean, from what I'm seeing, I would love if they just go up week one and slap someone in the mouth.
Yeah, they're actually playing a somewhat intriguing week one game. Let me look it up.
Exactly.
Let me look it up. I'm glad you brought this up, Dean. That is a team that I'm very interested in this year.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I felt like I was going to say something stupid just to try to be funny, but that was pretty interesting.
Yeah, you didn't know I love Nebraska this year. I'm going to be putting money on Nebraska. It's Minnesota, and they're plus 7.5 dogs. God, I'm hammering that.
7.5?
They're 7.5 dogs on a Thursday night, one of the first games of the season. I'm hammering the Huskers.
Dude, freaking hammer the Huskers.
I mean, I'm playing the It's Corn song all night, son. It's a big spread.
Dude, I'm going to toss some corn bags just to say I'm for them.
I'm going to buy the Busch Light Corn labeled beers, even.
Dude, give me some Busch lattes. I don't know. I've been on the Nebraska train because when I worked at Kanakuk, my co-counselor.
All right, we don't have to get into your personal life. Hang up, Sam.
Yeah, no, we don't have to.
All
It's
right.
okay. All
Appreciate that. Yep, thanks, Dean. Good call, Dean. Good call, Dean. Let's onward, Sam. Onward. And this next one that's coming. You all know what's coming, and it's the SEC pick. But yeah, I'm in on the Buckeyes. If you think Michigan is it, then let me know. We're good, or call, or what? No call. 16 watching now. Let's get the numbies up. Let's go. All right.
The graphics all fucked.
The graphics messed up. Not what Sam said. I don't know if you heard him. Okay. Graphics no good, Sam's saying, but it is it's so big. It's large. It's coming up now, though. I like it dragging around the screen. This is solid. The dogs. You all guessed it. You all knew it was coming. Boudreaux might disagree, and I appreciate that. But we're going to have to go with the dogs. I think they're minus 125 right now. Not great odds. I don't know if I would jump on that, if I'm being honest, if I was just putting my money places. But we all know what the dogs are going to do this year. And pull up their schedule, Sam. I just want to go over the schedule with you because it is quite laughable. It's quite laughable. And it's honestly sad. It's sad that Kirby is afraid to schedule tough teams. Obviously, he has the SEC schedule. But to me, it's tailor-made for Georgia this year. I do like Alabama and LSU. I do like them, but I don't think they're going to be able to contend with them. So we've got UT Martin first week, 60-0. Ball State, 80-0. South Carolina, they kind of struggled with South Carolina last year. It was like a weird trap game, part of the schedule. I see them getting the dub there. UAB, 20,000-0. Despite Trent Dilfer being the coach at UAB, a lot of people don't know that. Pretty wild, Trent Dilfer. We used to see him on like Monday Night Football giving the worst takes ever. You're on, Cashin.
Hey, Cam, this is Jake Coulter. What's up?
Let's go, Jake. How we doing, my man?
Man, we are just vibing on a fine Thursday. How are you?
Let's go. I'm living the dream today, Jake. What you got for me?
I like it. So, I'm not a big stat guy. I'm not a big win-losses guy. Let's get down to what matters.
Mm-hmm.
What do we think about Hugh Freeze in the Auburn setting? Now, I'm not talking about the football field. I'm talking about Sky Bar, Tri Delta, Kappa Delta, everything good. There's a lot of eye candy.
Hey,
Do we think he's going to behave himself?
they're stripping. They're stripping, most definitely. He's got them in his office as we speak, Jake.
Well, I think that's what needs to change. You know, it doesn't matter where you get your appetite as long as you eat at home, and that's a lesson that he's going to have to learn the hard way.
That is perfect. That is a perfect description. You know, I've got 4 years of eligibility. I might take a visit.
I mean, you got a baby on the way. Now's your time.
That's true. As soon as my baby arrives, go ahead and commit to Auburn and just see what this is all about. I want to see what Hugh's got going on up there. I want to even see a sermon if I can.
Yeah, well, I mean, apparently he knows Sandra Bullock, so he's got that going for him.
What about the Golden Eagles, Jake?
The Eags are a no doubter in my mind. I've been to every Mississippi school that has to offer besides Alcorn. And I'm going to go ahead and say, book the Eags. I don't bet, but if I did, I'd put it all on the Eags. To the top, baby.
Sma-ta-ta-ta. Let's go. Thank you, Jake.
All right, Cam. Take it easy.
We'll see you next week, eh?
Yes, sir.
Call it in. All right, peace. Jake Coulter, what a guy. Gotta love him. Yeah, the Eags, not terrible last year. I betted on them a couple times, and I did win one of them. So, Eags not awful. I could see him making a little run at it this year. I could see him making a little run at it in the belt, in the heavy belt. And then we've got, I don't know what Dean just said to me. What were we doing? Georgia schedule. Auburn. Hugh Freeze. Very relevant, Jake. Hugh's going to have his finger dipped in whatever he's got over there, right? He's going to be checking it out. You know what I mean? I don't see it happening. Kentucky, you tried. Vandy, barely tried. Florida, they're not ready. They're not ready. I think Florida might even lose to Kentucky again. I don't see it happening for Florida. Mizzou, we all know. And then we've got a couple games right here. We got a couple games against a couple teams that are going to have some good offenses. I don't know about their defenses. Tennessee's quarterback has a literal bazooka strapped to his arm. Go ahead and roll the LSU or Alabama schedule. And so it's going to be a tough 2 games with Ole Miss and Tennessee. They're at home for Ole Miss. Even if it's tight, Georgia's defense is going to be way too good, I think. And whoever Ole Miss rolls out at quarterback, they have a few to choose from. I don't see them beating Georgia. And then we're going to look at Alabama here because I do think that the West will be pretty fun to watch this year. I think the most important game is going to be that is not Alabama's schedule. That's going to be that's probably Clemson's. Yeah, I didn't talk about Clemson because I hate Dabo. I think he's a cornball, but they've got Notre Dame as well this year. Who'd have thunk? Who'd have thunk? But we know North Carolina's in that ass. But yeah, I mean, I think the West is going to be fun this year. Tanner picked the Dogs to go 8-4. Boudreaux's got the Tigers winning it all. I've loved Jaden Daniels. I was down on him last year. I didn't know about him. He proved me wrong as a transfer. I really like Jaden Daniels, and I think LSU is going to be back in a pretty good form this year, if I had to guess. Trent Dilfer, worst QB to ever win a Super Bowl. Let's go. Tony, to the top. NCAA, yeah, thanks, Jackson. Wow, have I missed this entire YouTube chat? That is wild. Okay, I'm catching up here.
Alabama schedule's live.
Gaddy, Arch for Heisman. Yeah, we'll see. Dion and the Buffs may lose by 50. Yeah. Okay, sorry I missed all this, guys. Sorry I missed all this. John, we do unit shame, John. I will unit shame you to death. RIP the Pirate. Thank you, Stowers. Thank you for noticing. RIP Mike Leach. I almost called him Mark. That would have been disrespectful. RIP Mike. You were the man. One of the greatest stories I ever heard on Mike. He was in Fondren Public with one of my very tall friends, Tyler, who is unable to join us tonight. Tyler's around 6'3", 6'4". I might be discrediting his height. Big guy. He's a doctor. Kudos to you for saving lives, Tyler. And Mike Leach was all ready for him to join the Mississippi State football team. Off the crown, off the henny, with just a giant dip in his mouth. What a guy. We've got Alabama's schedule pulled up here. You can take the Georgia thing off. We don't want to be disrespectful to Nick Saban. He might come and find us. Middle Tennessee, we know what's happening there. Like I said, at home for Texas. Got to be a dub. South Florida stinks. Ole Miss, we know about the Ole Miss-Alabama rivalry. I think Alabama is going to be too good defensively. I think they're going to have some quarterback struggles this year, Alabama, but how many years have we seen Nick Saban pull it off with a subpar quarterback? State, God, I wish. It would be amazing. I don't know if I'll see it in this lifetime until Saban retires and they hire Lane or whoever it is. Tanner said, who's going to last longer this season, your producer or Billy Napier? Sam, I don't think Tanner remembers you. It's pretty funny. A&M, Jimbo sucks. Arkansas, Tennessee, tight. And then you got LSU November 4th. I think that'll be the biggest game. You can cue at LSU, Sam. I think that'll be the biggest game in the West this year. I think that'll be the huge Saturday of the year there. Alabama versus LSU. I think it'll be another barn burner like we've seen. Hopefully a lot of points like it has been here recently. Kentucky, Chattanooga, Auburn. At Auburn, you never know with the Iron Bowl, but I think Bama is going to have a near perfect season. I don't think you lose to Tennessee, and possibly don't lose to LSU 2 years in a row, although I love LSU this year. Florida State for LSU, dub, Grambling 87-0. State, God, wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it be nice if we just got that cat back that threw like 6 touchdowns during the COVID year? That would be electric if that happened. Arkansas, Ole Miss. Ole Miss LSU, always an interesting game. I could see it going either way. Mizzou, Auburn, Army, and then Bama, obviously, at Bama. And that's probably going to be the deciding factor in that game. As much as I want LSU to win the West over Bama, or just anyone to win the West over Bama, I'm going to have to go with Bama to win that game right now. Obviously, the season will tell. I don't know if Alabama's quarterback situation is going to improve. Florida, Georgia State, A&M. Like I said, I don't think Florida's going to be relevant. And then, it's just one of those things where it's going to be coming down to the wire for both LSU and Bama. Let's move into the picks for next week. These picks freaking suck to put together. I'm going to be honest with you. Week 0 of college football might be the most irrelevant week of college football there is. If there is an irrelevant week, I'm still going to watch every game because I have money on every game. And to me, they just need to do a week 1. They need to cut week 0 out of the equation. And, we can wait another week, I guess. Can you wait another week? Somebody call in. We haven't had a call in a second. But we're going to go over the picks. I'm going to pull them up here, Sam, because I don't even remember at this point. This has been a wild, wild first show. You guys are killing it. Yeah. Week 0, we've got Navy Notre Dame in Ireland, the home of the Fighting Irish. We've got Jacksonville State versus UTEP, New Mexico State versus UMass, Ohio, San Diego State, Hawaii, and Vandy, San Jose State, USC, and La Tech versus FIU. What a garbage group of games we have this weekend. We're going to get the ball rolling with the first pick. And I was looking for Notre Dame spread here because I truly think in Ireland you're not going to beat the Fighting Irish. I just don't see how that's possible for Notre Dame to drop this game. But the spread is minus 20.5, and I'm not touching a Notre Dame spread over a touchdown this year because I don't trust them, and I never will, and I never have. Despite my heritage, I do not trust the Fighting Irish any year. Any year since Manti Te'o got done dirty, I'm not going with the Irish over a touchdown. Unless I see something different. Show me some. A handsome man at the helm of Notre Dame. And Navy, we all know Navy. We see them every year. They're not going to be able to score much. I think Notre Dame's going to be really good defensively this year, if anything. And we all know Navy is not going to be able to score much against Notre Dame. I don't see Notre Dame putting up a crazy amount of points. So we're going under 49 for this one. They're traveling to Ireland. Slow start. It's going to be a crazy environment for sure, but I don't see this game being just nuts. Next, we got Jacksonville State. +1. First season in the CUSA for Jacksonville State. They got something to prove at home. I don't believe in UTEP at all. And Jacksonville State just has dogs. I remember the year they beat Ole Miss. We've had guys from Brandon coach there that I know. And I know an equipment guy there. Shouts to Jared Pullen. I don't know if you remember me from State. We were boys there for a nanosecond. But, Jacksonville State is an easy one for me. I would say, I'll even say lock. Jacksonville State +1 is a lock. Write it down. New Mexico State -6.5 versus the worst program in college football aside from UConn. UMass is so bad. And New Mexico State's really bad. Don't get me wrong. At home, I'm going with the home team, -6.5. Give them a touchdown. That's all I can say. And that's all I will say. Because in a normal week, this game wouldn't even be on my radar. Let's be honest. Ohio, not Ohio State. God, what a difference that would make. San Diego State, over 49. Vegas, we're on your ass. We see you're scheming. You're throwing 49 out there like it's the magic number because you don't know. You got 49 on the Notre Dame game. You got 49 on this game. Little do people know, Ohio lit up the MAC last year offensively. Just throwing it all over the field. And to be honest, I really liked Ohio last year. I had them in a lot of Tuesday night games. I thought they were electric to watch. San Diego State, I did not get many film sessions in on, but I can tell you this. Jalen Maiden, former Mississippi State quarterback, once slotted to be the savior of the Mississippi State offense, is the quarterback for San Diego State. He was there last year, transferred in, and he's starting this year. A lot of props on him out there, so I'm thinking he's going to go off. Over 49. Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. Sam, you ready for this other deal? Sponsor. We got a sponsor. Turn up. We got a sponsor coming in hot. It's going to be Lawn Dogs. Lawn Dogs of Brandon. My good friend Matt McCurley has sponsored the podcast, and he is sponsoring the underdog of the week. Lawn Dogs of Brandon. Let me get that number up here, Sam, whenever it switches for me. There it is. Let's go. Underdog of the week. Call 601-573-0117 to get that grass cut, to get that straw laid, to get them bushes hedged. He's the man. He has helped me with my pine straw last couple years. He's chopped some leaves for me at times. Anytime I call him, he's making it work for me. And he is one of the best that I've ever met. One of the best guys. I'll even say that. So Lawn Dogs, underdog of the week. We're giving it to Hawaii in the Maui Revenge game. The Maui Fire games. The Maui Fire Revenge game. I spit it out right there. Vanderbilt destroyed them last year. I can't remember the score. It was 1,000,000-0. Or 10, like 61-10. Hawaii is traveling to Nashville, and I don't think Vandy is ready for the smoke. Get that? Are you getting that? I'm just going to let that sink in. Hawaii, plus 17.5. Rainbow Warriors, I think it's too high. I want the points. I want the points. Give me the points. And that's your underdog of the week. Lawn Dogs. Appreciate the sponsorship. Again, anybody out there that wants to sponsor the show, hit me up. Let's get your business to Cashin. Thank you, Matt McCurley. You're the guy. Next up, San Jose State, USC, over 66.5. What a freaking number. What a number. 66.5. I love a Pac-12 66.5. Let that simmer. Good call, Stowers. Let the smoke joke simmer. Even. Heat. San Jose State, USC, over 66.5. What a freaking number that is, boys. I love that. I think Caleb Williams is probably going to throw 7 touchdowns, run for a couple. We might see 70 from USC alone. We might see him. Now, I'm probably going to hate on USC all year, but I really need him to come through in this game because 66.5 is wild. But I love that. Root for points. Stop taking the under when you don't have to. Root for points. Last but not least, we've got the Fighting Bulldogs from Ruston. The La Tech Bulldogs. Minus 11 at home. What a weird point spread. I hate it. I hate it with everything in me. But FIU is garbage. They're not good. They're not good. Mulvey, do you have UFC picks you want to call in? I don't know if you're still watching. I'd love for you to give us the picks. If you'd like to give them. Give us the picks. If you want to call in and give us the picks. You guys want some UFC picks? But yeah, La Tech minus 11 at home versus FIU. I just see it going the Bulldogs' way. I don't have much more to say about that, and I won't say anything more about that. Josh Smith trash. Wow. Encouraging stuff from Josh Smith. I'm sorry Notre Dame sucks. I'm sorry. I get it. You're frustrated, but I don't see Notre Dame being a crazy good offense this year. They got the transfer in from Wake Forest? Might have been Wake Forest. Notre Dame transfer quarterback. Google it. Make those fingers fly, Sam. Good radio, good radio, good radio. Wake Forest, what's his name? Sam Hartman. He was pretty goated last year, I can't lie. It's going to take him a second. Under 49, under 49, under 49, under 49. Hammer it. Hammer it. Stowers, do you want to call in? Do you have picks? You text me. preseason picks from Stowers. He sent me preseason picks. Thanks for all the hard work, Jacob. Jacob is a freaking wizard. He could be a solid stat guy. Let's look at these games Stowers is saying. I am feeling froggy, Stowers, as it turns out. He's got... I don't even see. Stowers got nothing. Yeah, no one wants to bet on these games. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of these games. They suck. Ravens point revenge game and Jets under. You guys have the Giants. And the over-under is... Doesn't say. Doesn't say. I believe you, Josh. I believe you. And he said he's got the Ravens point revenge game. Yeah. I don't know. I haven't been watching much preseason football. I must be honest with you guys. It has not been on my television screen. All right, we're about an hour in, Sam Dog. So yeah, here's our picks. Navy, Notre Dame under 49, Jacksonville State, also the Gamecocks +1, New Mexico State -6.5 at home, Ohio, San Diego State over 49, Hawaii underdog of the week +17.5, San Jose State, USC over 66.5, La Tech -11. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in this week. The call-ins were freaking electric. Encourage everyone to call in if you can. Would love to see it. For everyone to chime in throughout the year. Man, this is awesome, and I appreciate it immensely. Vocab word of the day. Again, we're going to try to do this at 7 p.m. on Thursdays. If it goes anything like today, Mulvey flaked on the fight picks. Appreciate that, Mulvey. About as good as Bert was earlier. We're going to try to do 7 p.m. If we run into a bunch of issues like we did today, we're going to try for 7:30. Just know that. Know that the show will go on. Another thing, I am for sure having a child, but it's possibly happening next week or the week after. So it is going to be dicey. I must say, if we get to it, we will be inducing on the 6th into the 7th. So, man, I don't know if I can do it that week. Maybe we could do a Friday show if we're back from the hospital. What a wild man I would be to do this show with a 3-day-old in my house. That would be nuts. Nuts. Anyway, but we're going to try. Sam can meet the baby first. He might meet my baby before the majority of my family. That would be crazy, huh? Palmer, we're looking forward to you. Like and subscribe, please. God, it costs you nothing to subscribe to this podcast or to like the video. Like the video, like the video, like the video, and share it. Share it with your friends, and we're going to continue to have call-ins every week. We're going to have a freaking blast. Week 1 is coming up next week, and it's going to be... We're going to have yes, Hag, you can come in, Haggerty. You can come in. Cashin McCann from the delivery room would be electric. You're right. Tell your friends about this podcast. I want winners from everybody out there because, look, I can't guarantee a 58%er. I can't guarantee it. It's going to be dicey this year. Okay, I've got a lot going on, guys. I can almost guarantee 60%, though. I'll throw it out there. What if I hit 60%? This week sets the tone. Now, if I do bad, remember, it does not count. This week does not count. But if I go 7-0, guarantee it's factoring into the percentage. Guarantee that. I've got money on all these picks I gave you guys tonight. Like John said, we do not unit shame here. So if you're putting 50 cents down, if you're putting $1 down, I won't laugh at you in your face. I won't do that. I promise. Like and subscribe. Share with your friends. Follow the Instagram, Cash with Cam. We're going to put clips up there. That Boudreaux call has got to make it on the internet in some way, shape, or form. And, yeah, that's it, guys. We're going to close up shop here. That's Season 2, Episode 1 of Cashin with Cam.